is the Aerovault that you're talking about.
Right. This is the new Aerovault trailer, which is a whole new thought in trailers, because conventional trailers are designed to haul boxes. So consequently, they're square, just like the box. But when you're hauling a race car, if you try to put a car in there, there's all kinds of wasted space if you have a box. So the advantage is by cutting all down the frontal area and rounding it all off in the front, you make it very, very aero efficient. So a trailer like this is about 30% more efficient than a conventional square trailer. So that's very important to a team owner when you're driving cross country. You know, the price of fuel today, this thing really pays for itself. It doesn't take long because it's so fuel efficient compared to a conventional trailer. And it's lower, has less drag, and you don't even know it's behind you. And instead of having to have a great big truck or something like to haul your trailer, you can haul it with your SUV or your, you know, production sedan or something like that. So it makes a lot of sense. And consequently, because it's very lightweight, it's very, you know, it's so easy to move around. It becomes a household tool that you can use not just to haul your race car, but if you need to go down to the local Home Depot or something like that and get something, or move your washer and dryer around. This is really so easy to do because it's just, you know, you just open it up and this ramp opens up the back end.
So it's okay for like someone like me to just try to do this whole operation by myself.
You can do it. And then the door swings down.
Wow. It's a nice dome shape.
So this becomes the ramp. You just drive your car in there, and it's got a winch, which is radio controlled, little hand controller. You bring it out, hook it into the front of the car, and just run the winch and it'll drag it right inside. So it's great for a race car owner, because if you have a problem at the racetrack, you can't drive it in, you just hook up the winch and it'll tow it right inside.
Nice.
So you never have to get in the car, you just have it pulled in.
Tell me about the whole feature that you're talking about to bring in the car to inside.
Well, the winch is all controlled with a little hand controller here. Press the button in, it'll pull it in, or press the button, it'll let the cable come in or out. So you can just walk alongside the car, you can move it in an inch at a time and just place it in the trailer exactly where you want. So you have complete control of it with your hand right here, and just take it in. The other thing that's pretty interesting with these cars is one of our options is we have a satellite system on it that'll track the trailer. So if it ever gets stolen, it'll automatically call your phone and it'll track it on your phone so you know exactly where it's going. So it's really safe. So people who have very expensive cars, they want to know where their trailer is all the time. In their pocket with the phone, they know exactly where the trailer is.
It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
What's the weight of the total of this trailer?
Well, the trailer itself is only 2,400 pounds. So loaded, this is what they call a 7,000 pound gross. That's what you can put in it. So you can carry around, 4,500 pounds of weight in it. So there aren't many cars in the world that weigh that much that you can put in here. So you can put a lot of your spares and your tools, extra tires, jacks, tables, chairs, all those things all fit inside. But it all fits in this real nice tight little package because it's so low and so aerodynamic that it's very, very easy to take cross country.
Wow.
Very nice.
How long did you spend to put this in this actual end?
Well, the design I've been thinking about for a long time. The first few that we built, there were a few little changes, but pretty much the biggest change was that the first ones that we did an aluminum roof on it. But then later, when we moved down here, we made the new composite roof, which is all rounded and a lot smoother with a fin on it and everything. So that was the major change on it. But the package is pretty much the same. And we've got, probably 50 or 60 of them out there now that people, really, really love these trailers. They have great, great experience with them. So I think we've got as many friends with the trailers as we do with the race cars. So.
Nice. Well, Peter, you mentioned about this whole thing is manufactured in Nevada and in Henderson. So can we go take a look at the factory?
Absolutely. The factory is right next door. We stored them all here. And I think that you'll be really impressed when you see the workmanship that goes into these, because everything is all super lightweight aluminum with a composite top. And they're a real work of art. They're just like our race cars.
So we are inside of the Aerovault in Henderson with Peter. Peter's going to show us the whole process, starting from the raw materials, and it's going to start to show the shape of the Aerovault, the finished product.
So this is all the way the raw material comes in from the mill. So we start with brand new, fresh aluminum tubing, and we have it all different sizes and stuff, and everything is put up over here on the wall. When it comes in, you can see up here that we have all of this aluminum. So once we get all of the raw material that you saw over there, everything is put up on shelves here so our workmen can bring it down, and it's all cut to shape here on different lengths. So they have a list of all the different lengths that we have to make up, because there are many, many different sizes, and those are all cut. And at that point, we bring everything over here and we put it on this jig table. So everything is located in here, and these pieces just drop in, and then everything is clamped in position, and then we weld up this whole chassis frame right here. It works with an inert gas, and this tank in here is argon gas. So when he welds it, no oxygen gets in there to destroy the weld. So that keeps it really, really clean. So it's a real complicated process to weld on here. Get in there and look real close when it lights it up there.
Noise level, it was something that I expected, but the cleanliness, like I don't smell anything bad.
Yeah.
If I have a dinner in this whole manufacturer like plant, I will be glad to.
That's good.
It just don't stink anything. It's just amazing.
Well, that's the whole thing, is we try to keep everything as clean as possible, you know, because that reflects on our work, but it also makes a really great place for the guys to work. So they spend a lot of time on cleaning up and everything, keeping it all clean. The accuracy is very important, because from this point here all the way down to there, it's within 1/8 of an inch accuracy. So everything is very, very precise in the way you make it. And it's a difficult process, because you're putting so much heat into the aluminum, everything wants to move around. So by clamping everything in point, everything is held exactly in position. Doing now is he's got a torch, you can see over here, and he's just heating it up. One of the really important things in working with aluminum is you have to have really skilled people that understand, because aluminum expands and contracts a lot more than steel. So having to understand how to weld this stuff and preheating it is really important to keep the accuracy, because if you weld this whole structure, you're putting a lot of heat into it. So you don't want it to move or distort around, so you have to preheat it. It takes a tremendous amount of experience and skill to be able to do that. One of the things that really makes the Aerovault trailer unique is that the entire front end is rounded. Because when air hits something, you don't want to have any sharp edges, because if you have sharp edges and the air hits it, then the air begins to turbulate. So by keeping it all rounded, the air stays attached and it stays very smooth. But it takes a lot of work to make that. So we had to make all of our own tools here to bend that nose up on the front to build onto the structure. So that's built on this whole 3-bar roller that fits in here, and it goes through hydraulically and bends it all into shape. And then on this here tall one here, then we take that whole flat panel in the front and bend it as well. So there's a lot of labor that goes into this. You know, if you look at most trailers, everything is square. You know, it's very easy to build that way. So it takes about 3 times longer to build an Aerovault, which is all rounded off, but then the performance comes on the highway when you go to drive it, because it's get all the better gas mileage and lightweight, better performance. Seen a lot of the construction in here on how the stuff, all the pieces to go together. Let's go outside now and I'll show you a complete trailer and what they look like, okay? All right. This is our storage yard, so when the trailers are complete over the other side, we bring them over here before they're shipped out, because they'll be shipped out singularly or 2 at a time. So we keep everything in here. So we'll take a look at the trailer completely finished. An idea of what everything looks like when it's all done, when the roof is put down on the top of it, and when all the front welds, everything is welded up. But you can see again all the quality of the welding, everything that goes through is really, really, you know, very, very tightly done. So this whole rounded shape is what makes the thing so effective, because when the air hits it, there's no sharp edges. Because anytime you have sharp edges and the air hits it, you begin to get turbulence, and turbulence is what slows you down. So that's the whole effective part of the trailer, and you can see every bit of it here. And everything is kept as smooth as possible, so there are no sharp edges for the air to create turbulence on it. So when we saw those sheets to start with, they were all flat. So when they're all flat, all these doors and all this shape and everything is all cut with a laser, so that you can have all these round, smooth edges on it. Then it's run through the rollers and everything is bent round, so we can all put it all together. But that way, when you put it all back together again, you end up with a nice round edge on everything. Everything is beautifully finished on it. So that's the thing that makes these trailers so nice, is that you've got this really nice fit on everything. So everything fits smooth.
This white round portion on top, what is that made out of?
This is all fiberglass and it's all hand laid. So we make a big mold. First we have to, you know, make the whole, what we call the plug on it to get the shape. It all has to fit exactly on the trailer, and then we make a female mold, and then this is all laid up on the inside. And this white surface is gel coat, so that's sprayed in the beginning. So it's very heat reflective. So the trailer stays nice and cool when it's on the road. So
That's why.
yeah, and it's very, very nice and smooth. Again, the whole object is to keep the air attached to it and operating as smoothly as possible. Same thing with the fenders on the side and everything. But it's all quality. It all gets back to that same thing that you saw. And again, all the quality welds, everything in it, every bit of it is all quality built. Okay?